Hello, hello, hey, this is OkayOkayOkOk. And today I'm live doing some inking on this commissioned cover. This is for the Kickstarter that is currently in its post-launched phase. We are getting everything together to send off to the printer because this is a comic book, and this is a commission for an alt cover, and I'm to the inking stage now. What else is going on? I think that's basically all the news. We closed up commissions. We're going to get into those commissions December 21st, and it will continue through January. So December and January is going to be a commission month. Normally it's just December. And we've got a lot of commissions to do. I took a lot more than I normally take. So if you like commission months, you've got a special treat, extra long commission month for Christmas, and yeah, that's what's going on. We are on this cover coloring. This is the character Wendy Wonka, and let's go ahead and pull up the chat. And before I do that, I'm gonna also share. I'll share the link so that people are aware that the stream is happening. I don't normally pull up the chat, so this will be like a special treat. I don't know if I'll get any chat going, but let's see where the link is. Here it is. I need to pause that. There we go. Close. Okay, so pop out chat. Can we do pop out? There we go. Got the chat going now, and I need to. Where do you? There it is. Share. All right. I noticed because I think it was last year I signed up for X Premium. I think they had like this really good deal going, and I really like streaming on X. And so you can only stream on X if you're premium. So I signed up for it, and I had forgotten that I didn't cancel my membership. Normally for those types of things, I just immediately cancel. But I got to like December 1st, and I was charged again, and it was full price. And I was like, oh my gosh, man. So I canceled, but it's kind of funny how X explains their refund policy. They're like, we will only refund you what the law requires us to. And I'm like, all right. I don't think I'm going to attempt to get a refund. That seems like they're going to make that a living hell to try to get a refund. So I'm just going to live with it. And I already canceled my membership. And I thought it was interesting, as you do, they're like, hey, how about this discounted price instead of canceling? So if you're interested in Premium X, definitely cancel and get that better price. All right, what are we doing here? We're sharing the stream. YouTube. It'll take me just a second to share this. I'm going to get it on my Discord as well, because I like to post progress sketches on the Discord server. And all right, now we can get going. All right, where do we stand? Okay, so this is Wendy over here, and I've gone ahead and just inked all the faces. Got the penciling outline here. Let's see if it kind of looks like I need to adjust her angle here. She's not quite angled enough. I've got a few different layers here. Let me go ahead and make this big. I don't know. Here we go. So this is what I'm talking about. This is her chest is not properly aligned with her shoulders. So there we go. That's more like it. Looks better. Yeah, here we go. Let's get on the right ink layer. Here we are. And the other thing I was talking about, the X, or the Twitter Premium, they have you pay for X in a weird way as well. It seems kind of fishy, where you can't pay with I guess you can't pay with a credit card. You have to sign up for this other, it's like the coffee shops that force you to download an app to pay through the app instead of just like handing them your credit card or handing them cash. Like, you have to sign up for some kind of weird payment system that only uses your bank. And so it's like taken directly out of your bank. Maybe that was why I got a good deal the first time I signed up. But yeah, there we go. Kind of strange. Probably a tactic in order to prevent having to give out refunds. Could just be that credit card processors charge that high fee. I think all credit card processors charge like at least a 3% fee to the to the business. So it would be like, maybe Elon Musk has his own credit card payment processor, and so he's gonna like not charge himself that, because that would probably make some sense. I'm just speculating. Okay. I noticed on Tubi there was the Green Knight, which I've never watched, and I remember seeing they had a really good campaign for that, like an advertising campaign for that movie, and it looks really cool, visually cool. So I'm gonna watch that later today. I'm craving something fun and like playful, I guess, because it's Friday, and I have been at my desk behind my computer in a chair way too much this week. It's that I feel like I'm Jack Nicholson at the typewriter, being like, all work and no play makes Jack a dull boy. And I need to go outside and just like mess around with stuff outside or get fresh air. All right, so let's connect I don't know what you call that thing. It's like a female cape. Like, I guess capes kind of seem masculine to me. So it's like a collar. It's like the cape version of a collar. Popped collar. Let's get that. Okay, she's got these like high gloves on. The other thing I've been kind of thinking about recently is the data centers that have been making a lot of rounds in the news lately about, like making people's electricity bills go up, and my thought on those are like, what are the data centers for? I know they're like to support AI and stuff, but it seems like it's definitely not just to create like AI videos and AI art and support that. There's got to be financial reasons, and the fact that they're not talking about those reasons kind of makes me think it's got something to do with like Big Brother surveillance, stuff that they don't really want you to know about. So I feel like the big data centers are probably not something that is going to benefit society at all. Let's see. What else? The other thing I was watching is like the changed price, what do you call that? The flexible pricing, where they change your price depending on where you live, or your search history, or your annual income, or your location. Those things, I feel like that probably takes a lot of, that's kind of like the Big Brother stuff, and where they need to store a lot of information, and they need an AI kind of processing mind that's going to change all that information in like real time, real quick. All right, so this doesn't look, that hand looks a little strange. Doesn't look too organic. Let's try modifying it. Maybe if we like kind of give her some figure resistance, something like that. I don't know what to call it, but yeah, there we go. And this arm is like doing a stiff arm. I feel like this arm should be like pushed up against her own body. I always get to her dress over here and start feeling like I should have done a little bit better at sketching it out. So I tried to use a giant brush, basically sketch it out with the brush. But yeah, I think we're all gonna start feeling a lot more like Truman on the Truman Show in the coming years, where you can't really know for sure if you're talking with humans or actors. Let's see, where's this going? think that's not right. That would need to go all the way. I think we gotta squeeze that. Let's use the distort tool. There we go. I think the other interesting thing that I've been kind of following in the news lately is the crypto stuff, where I feel like the Bitcoin stuff had just gotten to the point where you're starting to think, well, did I miss out by not getting in on that? Am I gonna start feeling like I regret my hesitancy about not getting into that stuff? And then it all comes crashing down, like crashing really bad. So kind of wondering what is going to happen with that, if it's going to ever pick back up, or if it's started to die out completely. All right, I like how that curve goes against the natural feel. Like it's supposed to curve the other way, and I think that's what kind of grabs your attention. All right, let's think if her leg is going like that. I think that the curve is going to go like that. I was also reading that there's a new youngest female billionaire, and you'd never guess how she got her money. It was by having a stake in a betting app where you place bets. And the other day I was just saying, like, it's a good indication of where your society's at, where you can kind of watch the commercials and gauge what's making all the money right now. And gambling is definitely on the rise. Something that really is probably not going to be good for our economy. Because if she's a billionaire, that means lots of money is being taken from normal people who have gambling addictions. All right. Now let's see. Let's get. Would it be going backward? I think it would be. Let's kind of curve this up. Okay, so I kind of want this to be like dark back here, so we'll probably add some darkness in the multiply layer back there whenever we get to it, coloring. The other thing I'm going to do this weekend is I wanted to add all the issues from the series Tales from the Crypt Keeper to the Selfie Store. I know I only have a select few issues available on the Selfie store, and I just wanted to change that, get them on there. Someone the other day was looking for them on there, and realized that's something I should probably fix. Alright, let's do a little bit of ink work on the foot connection. Alright, now I guess we only have her hand left to do. Go ahead and draw some hair, ink some hair, I guess. I've been a little bit sick lately, and I noticed that the grocery store has really well priced medicine. Like if you ever need medicine, you would think to go to like a pharmacy to get medicine for a cold, but the local grocery store had really good prices, like $2.99 for 16 tablets for cold and flu. Or like $2.99 is good. Oh, sorry. I've got the movie Dark Knight playing in the background. Just turned the volume off for it, but I've been rewatching the whole Dark Nolan Dark Knight trilogy. Kind of been doing them out in a weird order. I started with number 3, then I went to number 1. Now I'm on number 2. So maybe I'll just like draw the knuckles, and that's a bit about it. Maybe we'll come back to this later once we get her blueberry drawn. Alright, let's just go on and get the blueberry drawn now. She's wearing like this punk outfit, like a street punk. Reminds me of like Street Fighter. But now that I'm paying a lot for X Premium, I'm going to try to do more live streams. I'll try to live stream a lot on X. Buy the series in a bundle. The series are you talking about the epilogue series or the Tales from the Crypt Keeper? Because I've kind of mentioned both in the past few minutes. I'm kind of all over the place with me. There is Tales from the Crypt Keeper packs. I know there's a pack for issues 1 through 4. I think that's the only pack I have available right now. I can easily do bundles on Selfie, so I can definitely create some bundles on Selfie. And I like that because that's better than creating one file that's like that ends up becoming like 300 megabytes. Like I want to give you the option of buying all the issues together, but also separately, you know. I think a bundle is probably the best way to do that. Okay, let's see. Gotta draw her. She has 2 pairs of arms. These are like sirens. Siren characters. These are really tiny hands back here, barely in view. Oh, epilogue series. Okay, so I'm sure I'm gonna put the epilogue together in an actual comic book form once I'm finished with the whole thing, but I think I've got 1 more issue to go, maybe 2 more issues. It's kind of hard to say until I start doing page layouts. But it's all starting to, all the stories are starting to connect, and I think that's going to really start to speed up how many more issues I need. Let's see. I guess that curve looks appropriate. It's kind of weird curve. It's probably time for me to put like issues 1 and 2 together. I've kind of been neglecting the what do you call the technical work on keeping up your store and your website. Trying to remember what this is. Is it like, it's like a leather jacket. Alright, this is like a strap. Some kind of button, maybe. Button flap. Okay, so we've got the jacket. Let's go ahead and finish up that. All right, now for the hands. I've been having to try to like get rid of a lot of stuff that's been acquired over the ages, and I guess you call it junk. It's not really junk, but I'm selling some of it, and selling it on eBay and that kind of stuff. And It's surprising how much time that ends up taking. All right, so we should probably do let's make it look like a jacket sleeve. All right, she's got little I think these arms look like little nipples or something. Oh look, it's an ad for Kalshi. Is that what it is? Kalshi? Kalshi, yeah. Where it says it's called trade on anything, when we all know it's gambling. Gamble on anything. Alright, that hand looks a little strange. Like, where are the knuckles? There we go. I wonder if having ink spots like that is going to be distracting. I'm sure once we color in this black leather jacket, it will be like you can't even notice it. I kind of think we should do a bottom edge. Alright, you know what? Let's just go ahead and get her hand drawn in there. And she's not wearing long sleeves, so I'm trying to remember what color she is. I don't think we have, this is a new character, so I don't know what color her skin's gonna be. I think it'll probably be like a light blue. It's like a turquoise. What do you call it? I don't know why sequoia is the only word that's going to my mind. It's not sequoia. Turquoise? Is that what? I think it started with an S. Alright, so let's do the booty. There we go. She's got a nice, like, she's got birthing hips. Let's try to, this is going to be skin, like, showing through, so let's try to kind of show that. Yeah, that's not right. Trying to think of how to make it look like it's going through, starting on material. This is going to be a really thin material. Let's do a little bit of a hip or something. Just got the high hip bone. Okay. And now I'm kind of jumping over to this character. Should probably finish the blueberry first. Oops. All right, we're really blazing through the inks here. I'm just gonna finish up her legs, and then we'll be pretty close to being done with inks. I was looking at my calendar and kind of freaking out how it's already December 5th. Like, we only have 20 days until Christmas. I feel like my perception of time has really just gotten so off in the past couple of years. Like, it keeps getting worse and worse every year, where it's like I on Thanksgiving Day, I came up to my wife and I was like, "You want to talk about Thanksgiving Day and what we're going to be doing and everything?" And she's like, it's, you know, it was like 1 o'clock on Thanksgiving Day, and I'm like, "Hey, you want to start talking about our plans for Thanksgiving?" It's like, that's where I'm at, where I have no concept of what day or time. You know, I'm doing good if I can name the month and the season we're in. And I would almost be willing to entertain conspiracy theories about how the days are getting shorter and our ways of tracking them are all manipulated. I think that would be a fun conspiracy to create. Like, we're all dependent on phone clocks now and computer clocks, and the the people that control those clocks have, let's see, what's going to happen here. I'm trying to think about, I wonder if you do like, trying to think of what that would look like. I need like a reference photo. Yeah, I would feel much better if there was actually a conspiracy about how somebody is manipulating time at a high level. Okay, so this is their sweater vest. What is that called? Like a V-neck sweater vest? I'm gonna try to make it have like a collar. Just get rid of that right there. This is gonna be her arm. Like her, what do you call that? That's not the deltoid though, is it? Is it? What's that? Kind of just looking like armpit hair. It's the risk of like inking armpits. You have to do it in a way where it looks like you're not drawing armpit hair. It's much easier to do than you would think. Alright, so we gotta draw like a, kind of thinking she wouldn't have a large top. And where would this be? Lower here and higher here? Kind of like that. I think so. I'm gonna try to do a curve up that way. Let's try to do like an ink shadow down here to kind of separate the clothes. Also makes her chest feel a little more three-dimensional. And I'm on an antibiotic and it's just like making my mouth, I've got like a weird taste in my mouth all the time. It's not like dry mouth, but it's some kind of weird, kind of plasticky taste in my mouth. It's a little bit of a dry mouth. Need to go get something to drink. And I guess this ear would be showing up a little bit too. Alright, so let's do this hand and then we're pretty much done with the anatomy. All right, what do you think? Do you like multi-arms? Is that what it's called? Extra sets of arm? An extra set of arms. Oh yeah, sorry, I was gazing off at the it's at the scene where Batman is gonna run over the Joker in his motorcycle and he gets all angry and it's like ah, and then he just avoids hitting the Joker and crashes and then passes out. It's like that's kind of a weird part of the story. Batman's a little bit of a paradox. I guess in the movie that's where his character evolves, because you see that scene and there's the like one of the final scenes with him and the Joker, and you can see he has changed. It's gonna have like a kidney bean look here. And I think it needs to kind of curve over a little bit more. I'm nervous I'm gonna start I'm used to drawing the Crypt Keeper series and stuff like that, where it's like it's gonna start looking like she's wearing padding down there. I am not the one to ask to draw like a thin pelvis, you know, like a skeleton, I guess like someone who has some kind of an eating disorder, or maybe just naturally petite. Alright, she definitely looks alien. And I wanted to try to have some fun drawing this tail. I'm going to get some interesting shapes. I don't know if it would end up looking right. So maybe we won't. Maybe our experiment will be a failed experiment. I was trying to remember all the different scenarios we have in chapter 1, and I can definitely remember the shrink ray, the gum, the Cocoa Volcano, the med lab, and the Cocoa Lounge. Is that what it is? What's it called? The spa. What is that called? I forgot what it. And then what else do we have? We have the ice cream, creamery. Is there anything else? I wonder if I should curve this up a little bit more. Make it kind of like the skunk Pepe Le Pew. The hamburger. I would like a hamburger. There's the tail. Let's see. Does that look strange? Let's kind of just connect it. I think that was a failed experiment. All right, better to try and fail than never try at all, right? Okay, so let's do kind of like a weird zigzag shape here, just to where it looks like there's masses, objects kind of pushing up against each other. let's kind of come down here too. I'm wondering if her pelvis looks too big compared to her leg. I'm gonna feel like changing it, but it's gonna change a lot, so I'm gonna have to select a bunch. Okay, so I'm gonna pull this up to about right there. Let's pull the left a touch, and we'll connect. Architects, now let's build. All right. So not quite as large as the pelvis has shrunken quite a bit. And now it looks like this line should probably go up. That's looking more anatomically correct. Clarissa, correct. The knee is too high right here. Let's pull that knee down. I was about to feel like, oh, I need to go raise, I need to change this leg around. Because now when I raise the pelvis, now this femur looks too long. I bet I could do this pretty easily. Let's do this. Let's turn it this way. I'm gonna just lengthen it a bit. You know what? Let's do it just the leg, because we don't want to change the foot too much. There we go. I think that looks more anatomically correct. And let's get her calf kind of higher up. Maybe that was adding to the illusion. Or I should say disillusion, because it looked wrong. And now her knee looks a little... now it looks like I need to extend her leg. You know, this is probably like just what normal... it's not too abnormal. Like, there's probably people with legs that look like this, but as a drawing, it looks like I've done something incorrectly. Okay, so let's grab it and extend it. All right. Maybe if I just kind of erase that knee. Look, maybe I've drawn too much attention to the knee. All right, let's go ahead and finish the berry now, since that's really all that's left. Let's go ahead. Where is this thing? No. Let's just bring it over here. Probably gonna. Oh yeah. Okay, so that's a yes as soon as I make it easy. Get the connection over here. I don't like how this feels like it's not touching the floor. We need to add some weight to this object. All right. There we go. She is looking eggy. Now let's get the feet. Kind of wonder what shoe she would wear. Oh, that's a big heel. Let's put her in some like high tops, I guess. I'm trying to make it look like her feet are just kind of squished in. There's just gonna be little details. How does her? I think her foot looks a little too small. It's, compared to her sisters, it's like really small. It's gonna be all kind of pixelated now. I think if you were gonna be rating like Batman villains, I think it would be no contest with Joker always taking first place by a mile. But if you watch the Penguin show on HBO, I think that was good. I'm sure Penguin is gonna give Joker some competition now. I recently saw, speaking of Batman villains, and in the Batman, who is it? It's the Riddler. And I recently saw an article where it was like Quentin Tarantino called that actor guy like a limp noodle, like the worst actor in the Studio Acting Guild. Which that's got a sting. I would not want Quentin Tarantino making insulting me like that. Alright, so we need to curve this. Lots of curves, man. It started to curve the wrong way there. But I think the more curves, the better. Otherwise, you just have like a giant form that's totally dependent on your shading. shading is a lot faster than drawing a bunch of, what do you call that? Like basically like topography lines. All right, so this is like shorts, and she's gonna have like a major wedgie. We're gonna have some torn shorts, I guess. All right, so we got to draw like the belt loop. Belt loops will help sort of do an unofficial curve line. And I think I'm already off to a bad start here because we need to angle this a little bit. Edit. Let's just, maybe I'll warp it. Maybe that'll be the easiest way. Okay. I'm trying to remember that seam right here. Will that seam go all the way? Does it get cut off, or? Oh, my stomach is getting hungry. I recently heard a strange claim about your stomach noises. And that your stomach doesn't growl because it's hungry. It growls. Oh yeah, it was Neil deGrasse Tyson said this. So your stomach doesn't growl because it's hungry or because it's empty. It's always growling, and you just don't hear it because there's food in there blocking the sound, which sounds like BS to me. That does not seem to check out on my truth meter. So I also wonder, how do you even come up with that explanation and verify it scientifically? Okay, so this will be her pocket. Hanging out. Let's kind of have like a, I guess her undergarments are going to be under her shorts anyway, so we just won't even see those. It's nice having the multi-hand on that on this girl over here, Siren, because it's kind of fun to have more hands on the blueberry rollinger. So let's see, have we got all the hands? We do have all of them. I don't think I'm even going to do a crease there because I think the shading would completely make that look strange. Okay. Let's sort of fix this oval over here. And then it'll be time for lunch because I think the inking will be over once I finish this blueberry. All this blueberry art is making me hungry. No. I watched a movie recently with who's that guy? Who's Alfred in... Oh my gosh, his name is escaping me. He's Alfred in the Batman Nolan series. But the movie was called Harry Brown, I think. Where that old guy, Michael Caine, is that his name? So that's who is like this guy out for revenge, and he's like an ex-military guy, and it was, I don't know, like the entire movie I'm like, okay, I'm still watching this for the sole reason that I have to see how they turn Michael Caine into like a vigilante killer. Like he becomes kind of like Batman, you know. And it came out about as I expected, where it wasn't as, you know, like he falls over wheezing after or before he shoots somebody, you know, like he has emphysema. And so he's not a very good agent. And he gets the job done with a lot of luck. Not very realistic. I mean, not very realistic on how much luck he has. Like, there would be no way he would be able to do all that in real life. All right. This is a tail down here. I think I'm gonna not do the tail. I think it ends up kind of just looking like it takes away the whole leaning aspect. Oh, I forgot the forgot this part. What are these belt loops? We got to the end of Harry Brown, and I watched it with someone, and I was like, I don't know, do you think that was literal or a metaphorical ending, where it's like, do you think he's really alive, or do you think he's dead and this is just like a poetic ending? Or I couldn't really say for sure if it was just the filmmaker kind of making a statement. Okay, so let's draw some more All right, I think that looks great. I don't really see anything besides Wonka's hand that needs some work done to it. Well, the hand still looks a little strange. Oh, I see. It's the it's weird because it kind of looked like that was her wrist line. It's a weird. Oh man. It's a weird line junction where it looks like I'm drawing her wrist. Maybe I should draw like a. I should just draw the whole thing. Change this. There we go. Let's do a little bit of shadow back here. And I think we're done. Nice. Gotta do the background, but yeah. All right, so I'll probably come back and do a live stream of the coloring here in a little bit, but I don't like this inking back here. Alrighty. Get her drawn. Oh, we got shoelaces. Kind of looks like a bow tie on her. May I interest you in a bow tie? There we go. Let's kind of strengthen that line. All right. We'll see how that looks once we get color on. All right, I will flat color this. Shouldn't take too long, and then we'll get back on and do a live stream of that. I should probably do some like ink work on making this look like torn jeans, you know. Oh yeah, I forgot this whole patch, like missing patch right here. All right. Thank you for watching this live stream. If you've watched this video and enjoyed watching it, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more live streams. I'm going to keep on doing some live streams. We do have more commission work to do for this Wonka Kickstarter. So stay tuned for the next one, and I will see you then. Bye-bye.